Spiky Bits.
Hey guys, MBG here with a video review of White Dwarf 391, and this is the big issue. This is the one everybody was waiting for. We all thought Chaos was coming, and I guess there was a bunch of drama. The rumor mill says they changed things up at the last second, GW, and there's a bunch of drama and controversy about this White Dwarf. The biggest being the fact that supposedly they print these things 3 months out in advance, and that they pulled it at the last second and reworked them and only ordered half, and sent them out to subscription holders and stores, and distribution didn't get any, and they took the rest to Games Day, Chicago, USA, and they didn't even hit GW's site for sale. So obviously something crazy happened, or they're trying to create a false demand. But the fact that they weren't out there for people to order is definitely a testament that something happened. The biggest thing is, if you look, and you've probably seen this by now, White Dwarf 391, and then you flip to the back of the book where they get the preview for the next issue. It's like, oh, coming next month. Oh, okay, maybe that's, ooh, that looks like Dark Angels vs. Chaos. Maybe it's a starter box. Oh, and what's it say? White Dwarf 393. Huh. Looks like they changed the date, but they forgot to change the issue number. See, obviously something went wrong, because that's supposed to be 392. So somewhere down the line, something was changed at the last second, and we got Demons. But that's fine. Demons are cool. Like I said, I'll take any new plastic 40k kit out there. I mean, these guys are looking great. So, we'll take it, sure. As you know by now, that the Codex comes, or excuse me, the White Dwarf comes with a Codex supplement insert for Chaos Demons and Demons of Chaos Fantasy. So you get this, and you get the new issues. They give them the new units. They give you the rules and stuff like that, and a little bit of fluff, new fluff and stuff. Like, you probably heard that the Soul Grinder is actually in. It's in Fantasy now. Here's a little bit of funny fluff. Read that top paragraph there. When a demon's body is slain, he can surrender his true name to the Forge of Souls. The Forge of Souls. The dark bargain thus sealed. The demon's crippled essence is bound to a mighty warp metal Hulk. Thus he is reborn as a soul grinder. I don't know if that's the fluff for 40k, but it's kind of funny. But we'll take it. Anyway, so there's that. Basically, this issue, let's see, what was in this issue? We had, it goes over all the new releases. There was no paint article, which was kind of new for this. However, and I'll show you here in a second, I'm sure when I go through it, but real quick, they give, a 4-step basic process for painting all the factions of Demons. I guess this one's for Zinj. Yeah, that one's for Zinj. So that was kind of cool. There's a Hobbit preview in here, which, hey, Hobbit's coming out at the end of the month, and hey, remember the old White Dwarf format of, the flip book for White Dwarf, like From would be the White Dwarf, and you flip it over and it'd be like the Hobbit stuff. Well, or the Lord of the Rings stuff, we'll probably see that again, I imagine, because, they're not gonna go into this 3-movie thing, because Hobbit's supposedly 3 movies now without trying to get their money's worth out of it, which I don't blame them, because it's rumored that a lot of technological upgrades in the past couple of years for the model making, like some of the things like being able to make the bigger kits, all that money was paid, all that technology was paid with the money, the profits from the Lord of the Rings stuff, which brought a lot of new players and a lot of new interest and energy into the hobby, our 40k and fantasy from that. So it was good all the way around. Some of us veteran players might not like it, whatever, but growth in the game is always good. Six editions of one game and 8 editions of the other. That's a testament of success, I'm afraid. And whether we like it or not, it's been 25 and 30 years on certain versions of the game. So we got a game, it gets updated, it's great. That's what I think about it. There's also 2 battle reports in here. Of course, one for 40k and one for fantasy. It's Eldar versus Demons, and I think High Elves versus Demons, and the two big struggles in both systems. There's also a big spread on allies in here. I think they call it like Battle Brothers, and they're going over some of their armies and how they combine together with different armies, and a lot of the studio people. I'll show you a page of that, because it's something. If you read the blog a lot, you'll know what I'm talking about when I show it to you. There was also a big section of Armies on Parade, which was the thing that was going on earlier in the summer to qualify to go to Chicago, and you could enter your army and maybe win a bunch of stuff at Chicago Games Day. I don't know for sure. I mean, it sells stuff in store for them. That's great. I think they should expand it to independent stores, but, you know, that's their thing. There was also the Throne of Skulls tournament winners. Throne of Skulls was the big, you know, I got a golden ticket. I'm going to this tournament. And it was the last one because they stopped supporting it because one of the higher-ups at GW left the company. And pretty much everything fell by the wayside this year, as you might have noticed. Also, on an interesting note, I hear there might not be an INAT this year. The big person behind it doesn't seem too interested in the 6th edition. So, we'll see how that goes. Unless somebody takes up the reins on that one, we might only have a independent circuit FAQ and not the full-on INAT. Not that, you know, we need a big 60-page document, 80-page document to begin with. But 6th edition is written better, so who knows? Who knows what's going on there? But that's the word on the street on that. All right, so let's dive in and take a look at a few things in here. Obviously, here's the new releases that the pictures have been leaked all over the place. You've got the Hellflare and the Seeker Chariot. Because of course you got to make 2 things out of 1, 3 things out of 1. The super combo chariots. Oh, that's the back of it, and then. Let's get a close up of this. Yeah, what up, girl? So there's that. Then we've got the little nerdlings. I like these guys. They're like a perverse like cheerleading team, like doing a little pyramid. And then the Plague Bearers. Those guys look great. It's about time they're in plastic. Oh my gosh, those metal ones were good for their time, but the time is not now. Then we got the Sweet Seekers. Rawr. The Flamers. These guys look awesome. It's amazing what they can do in plastic. Same with the Screamers. And then the Finecast Blue Scribes. I'm not sure if that's going out to independent stores or not. Then some Citadel Finecast. Of course, is only available direct from GW. More Citadel Finecast direct from GW. More Citadel Finecast direct from GW. Oh, look, more Citadel Finecast direct from GW. Sweet. I guess if you want Finecast, you got to go to GW, guys. Yeah. All right. So anyways, there's a little Hobbit preview. Hey, there's a Hobbit movie coming out. Lord of the Rings, end of the year. Alright. Let me get into some other stuff here. What do I want to show you? Oh, there's different paint schemes. Like I said, each faction of Chaos has a 3-step or 4-step process on how to paint their stuff. There wasn't a painting article per se, but I guess with 2 battle reports and all this other stuff going on, you know, they had to cut something. But there's still at least something in there about painting. There's the battle report, Eldar versus Demons, of course. How appropriate. And then this is what I wanted to show you. This apparently is a studio army. Wade Price apparently works for GW Studio now. These were the Corn Army that was in the rulebook, the big Siege of the Eagles Gate. And if you look right here, those are the Terminators that I thought were like a new new plastic kit. It turns out he just converted them from regular Berserkers and regular Chaos Terminators. So to really trick the eye like that with a conversion is pretty awesome. There's some of the other ones that I picked out. So he definitely does some good work. Some super conversions that you might not catch on and think they were new models like I did, which is pretty remarkable. So there's his army. There's a whole bunch more in here. Like I said, this was the Battle Brothers article where they the ally and stuff. They show their ally, some of the studio guys. And then in the back there was the second. Here's the second battle report. And then they got into. There's the Armies on Parade stuff. A couple different things here and there. And then they just kind of tidy it up with the normal stuff, like, you know, events diary, store information. Don't try to find a store in here. Oh, there's the winners of the Throne of Skulls. Don't try to find a store in here because they don't keep the stores in here. You got to go to their website. Type in your area code and find it. So, but whatever, it's all there. So that's the big old super exciting White Dwarf 391 that all the buzz has been about with the new Chaos Demon update for both Fantasy and 40k, and a couple battle reports and things like that. Of course, it is sold out, so don't miss your opportunity to pick up a copy at your local game store. You can't get it on GW's website. It never made it there. So, it is what it is, my friends. I hope you enjoyed my video review of White Dwarf 391.
Spiky bits.